Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to help show you how to figure out elapsed time if some of these problems have been a little tricky for you. So some of you might have a clock at home that you can use, like the one that you printed out, or you can go on my website and click on that link for the little digital, like virtual clock, and you can practice on that one. So I'm going to start on your reteaching. This is what you guys had to do yesterday. And I know some of you had a little bit of trouble with doing these steps up at the top. So I'm going to show you how to find out some of these answers using one of these clocks or using a clock on the internet. Okay, so your directions say find the elapsed time in minutes. So remember, elapsed time means how much time has gone by or passed from like the beginning to when I stopped. So if we think about like in our classroom when we do morning work, what time do we start? What time do we stop? That amount of time is the elapsed time. Okay, so our start time for this one is 3:30 p.m. So I'm going to come over here to my clock and I'm going to put on my clock 3:30. Okay? Everyone see that on my clock, 3:30? So now my problem says I have to go from 3:30 to 4 o'clock. So watch on my clock. I'm at 3:30. I'm going to count by fives until I get to 4 o'clock. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And now if you look at my clock is now at 4 o'clock. So the elapsed time from 3:30 to 4 o'clock is 30 minutes. Okay, everybody okay on that one so far? If not, stop the video here and go back and watch that. Okay, so let's check out number 2. Our start time is 8:10 a.m. Okay, so I'm going to put my clock on 8:10. Now, if you're on the little clock on the internet, you can set it on 8:10. 8:10. Now, my end time is at 9:55. So I'm going to think to myself, 9:55, what is that going to look like on the clock? Think about that for a second. 9:55. So 8:10, I'm going to say, 8:10 to 9:55. I think I can go all the way around the clock one whole time. So from 8:10, I'm going to go all the way around to 9:10. That has been 1 hour. I'm going to make a little note on the side of my paper over here. 1 hour. But if I look at my clock, I'm only at 9:10 and I have to get to 9:55. So I'm going to move my minute hand and I'm going to stop when I get to 55, which is going to be right over here. So let's count with me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So let me write that down. 45 minutes. Now let's double check. Does my clock say 9:55? I think so. It's almost 10 o'clock. So the time that has passed is 1 hour and 45 minutes. And if you want to abbreviate that, you can. Okay? So it helps sometimes if you practice on a clock. You can certainly do it these steps up here, but this is another way that you can do it. So let's check out number 3. 1:20 to 2 o'clock. So first I'm going to set my clock on 1:20. 1:20. That's what 1:20 would look like. And now I have to go to 2 o'clock. So if I think to myself, can I move my hour hand all the way around? No, that's going to be too far. So I'm going to have to count by fives for this one because I want to end right at 2 o'clock. So let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So my clock is now at 2 o'clock and I have moved 40 minutes on my clock. Okay, let's do our last one, number 4. So let's set our clock for 8:45. So 8:45. Okay, it's almost 9 o'clock. 8:45. So now I want to get to 9:30. So I have to think to myself, can I go all the way around the clock? No, that's going to put me at 9:45. That's too far. So now I'm going to have to count by fives. Okay, we're going to stop at 9:30. Picture what that looks like. So 8:45. Let's do it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. It's now 9:30 and it has been 45 minutes. Okay, so I'll post this video to my YouTube channel. You can watch it a couple of times if you need to. And then we'll go over on the Zoom call today too if you're still stuck. Good luck.